Spine. Bring it.
Spinosaurus video. Oh man, we start bringing in dinosaurs into our yoga videos. We're talking about dinosaurs and spiders. Hey everybody, welcome to Seriously Lighthearted Yoga. Today we're going to be talking about something that is rather important. I also hope you guys really appreciate this video because this is probably our 25th take on this, it feels like.
He might be
anyway,
right.
Hopefully it comes off as a good one this time. We'll see. Anyway, we're talking today about something that's really important, not only in Western medicine, but in Eastern medicine, and some would say it kind of is the backbone of your existence. It is one of the more interesting things to talk about in yoga, and yoga takes a very interesting perspective on it. And what it is your spine,
Woohoo!
your backbone. So what's different about the way yogis see it?
Yeah, so your spine, guys, from a yogic perspective, your kind of general health is indicated by your spine. So if your spine is having issues, your general health is having some sort of issues. If there is like a specific spot on your spine that is cramped or tight, there are specific ailments in your body that kind of actually correlate to specific points in your spine. So yogis take the standpoint that most measures of health can be seen in the spine. It's a great indicator of all of that. But for your perspective, we'll give you some anatomical background here. There are 33 different vertebrae in your spine, and the vertebrae are essentially just bones that kind of stack on top of each other. And in between all of those bones, there's a little sac, which we call a disc. So if you ever hear someone talking about their discs in their spine, it's a little sac that just sits between each of these vertebrae, cushions it, acts as kind of like a shock absorber, and also it gives you a little more mobility too, because it creates a lot of space between those bones, which is good. The 33 different vertebrae that we just talked about are divided up into 5 different regions in your spine. You have your cervical region, which is what people think of as their neck. It ends at this really large vertebrae that you can find generally in your neck and kind of in between your neck and shoulders maybe. But below that we have the thoracic spine, which is right here essentially. And it's the place where your ribs connect to the vertebrae. So there are 12 of them. So those 12 vertebrae each have a rib that goes along with them. One coming out of each side, so 2 ribs. But below that, there's your lumbar spine, which has 5 different regions. It's kind of the anchor for a lot of your torso. It's where a lot of the mobility for your torso comes from, where you're able to shift and move around from. Below that, you have the sacral spine, which kind of starts getting into your hips here. And that does not have as much mobility as the lumbar spine. It doesn't move as much, but it's still very important. It is a lot of the stability for your spine, even more of the anchoring. And then you drop down below that, you have your coccygeal spine, which is 4 different vertebrae that are fused together, and they
make up your tailbone, basically.
It's your tailbone, and it's essentially one bone, but they're 4 different vertebrae that used to be separate. So, all those vertebrae, the sacs between them make up your spine. What does your spine do for you? Well, it protects what I like to call the superhighway of information that comes to and from your brain. So your brain gets information from your body, proprioception, awareness of yourself, your balance, your position in the environment, your feeling internally. You might have sensations of like your stomach rumbling and stuff. All of this information comes from your body to your brain. Spine protects that. And then also, your brain can give your body information or send it like things to do, for example, moving muscles, your hands, arms, flexing, contracting, releasing, all of that.
Talking as much as Kai's
talking. And then, so all of that comes from your brain to your body down this spinal column. And it's protecting both, essentially. So that superhighway is protected by these bones.
And that's, I think that really that's the key where it ties into the yogic perspective, that your spine is really an overall indicator of your health, because what you perceive for any part of your body has to travel through your spine, And if your spine is in pain, that will be picked up or transferred in a way.
Yep.
And the same goes for the other direction. As you try to move or do something, if there's pain in your spine, that is going to hinder the progress of whatever you're trying to do, whether it's walking or yoga or cliff diving for that matter. It doesn't really matter. So go ahead.
What does all this information mean for you guys? Well, essentially, right now, think of finding exercises that allow you to release and relax that spine, get it mobile and relaxed. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of exercises that we've already done for that. We have the seated flow, we have a few postures, we have the sun salutation. All of these begin to develop and strengthen the back muscles that support your spine and also allow it to kind of release and become a little more flexible, which is great for your health.
Yeah, so you'll notice if you guys focus on that area and focus on the things that we've done so far, a lot of those are really, really good for your spine, and you will notice as you start to work on your spine, you will notice an overall improved feeling about your whole body. It really will make a difference. So,
and ties into the video we're doing tomorrow. So.
Yeah, more importantly, come back tomorrow to see that. This is a teaser. That was a teaser right there. So he's teasing me to come back tomorrow. Hope that makes sense for you guys. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. Feel free to email us, comment. Again, subscribe, like, and share. Give somebody a high five. Don't hurt your back when you're doing that.
No.
It shouldn't at all. But if you do, you might want to get that checked out. Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow.